All right, geometry. So we are going to be copying an angle today in this video. But first, we need to talk about angles and what they are. So I'm going to start by talking about a right angle. And you should be taking notes at home. So this is an angle with a measure angle with measure, and I use that little shortcut for with measure exactly 90 degrees. And so that's going to look like, let's see, like that. So that is a 90-degree angle. And we mark it often like this with a little square or a little like a square piece in the corner. So that is a right angle. Um, That's the first one we're looking at. The second one we're going to talk about is acute. And the word acute, people often say a cute, like a cute little thing, because it's an angle with measure less than, smaller, less than 90 degrees. So angles with measure less than 90 degrees are said to be acute. So that would be an angle like that. And we often put a little mark like this, a little arc there. And so something like a 27.2 degree angle would be acute. Anything less than 90. Even 89.999 degrees would be acute. A cute little angle. An obtuse angle is an angle with, whoops, gotta write the whole thing, angle with measure greater than 90 degrees. So anything like that would be, well, that's pretty close to a 90-degree angle. Let me make sure that's not even an angle. There we go. So that, let's say, that's 110 degrees, maybe, something like that. That would be an obtuse angle. And there is one more that we need to know, one more kind of an angle. It's called a straight angle. And it is an angle with measure exactly 180 degrees. And so it looks like this. Let me use a like that. And so there is the vertex, like here's the vertex, here's the vertex. And this then is 180 degrees. So those are the four kinds of angles that we need to know about when we're thinking about copying an angle. We don't actually have to know those definitions when we're copying an angle, but I think it's useful, and we need to know them anyway. So uh, we're going to start, and we're going to copy an angle. So we need an angle to copy. So I'm going to put some, I'm going to make an angle. Whoops. I want a straight line. I actually want a little bit thinner. There we go. So here is my angle, and I can name it. I can put some points on it. So these are some points, and then I can say these go on forever. They don't have to go on forever, but often we do. And so this will be angle AB, that's a hilarious BC. All right, so there is our angle. And so now we need to copy that. So we're going to start by creating array. So array away from our angle. So we'll put right here. So our array will have endpoint here. We'll call this endpoint, let's say D. And then there will be this point right here. So let's call this D. And we'll call this one E. And now we're going to copy that angle. So we've started already by making array, but the next thing we need to do is I'm going to use my protractor up here, or excuse me, my compass, not my protractor. I'm going to use my compass, and I'm going to measure this length here. You can use any measure, actually. I'll just show that I don't have to use that specific measure right there. Actually, it's nice to. Let's just use it. A. Right. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to make a circle all the way around like that. And then that is my first step. So my next step is to go over to my endpoint D and put the point of the compass there and make a circle with the same radius as previously. So I keep that distance on the compass there. After I do that, I'm going to go over to my original angle, and I'm going to put this point on A, unlock my compass, and measure this distance to the other intersection point right there, and then lock it. And then I bring this over to my intersection here and bring it around and create an intersection with my circle. Now, this point that I've made right here, this intersection, is where I connect my use my straight edge to connect that point up with my original point. So let's see, maybe about right there. That looks pretty good. So now I can take my marker and go like this, and that is my copy. So go like this. And so let's call this F. So angle FDE is congruent to angle ABC. And so I can mark that. I can say, let's say I have two angles. I'm going to use just, so there's one angle. And actually I'm going to be a little bit more careful here. I'm trying to make a straight line here. There we go. And now, so this point, these points right here. And so if this is angle ABC, and let's say that I used my compass and straight edge to copy this, and I copied it right there. only I didn't name it the same thing there. I named it FDE. Then I could say angle ABC is congruent to angle FDE. And that's how I write that right there. So angle ABC and angle FDE are congruent. Any questions on the angles or creating, copying, or constructing a congruent angle? All right, then. I hope that's been helpful. You have a good one.